Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone today? Forgive me for running just a little bit behind today. For some odd reason, I couldn't decide what I wanted to wear. It happens when you've got way too many things in your closet. And I had to have this before I did this. All right. Cannot live anywhere without my coffee. Okay. Today, I want to talk about awareness. Now, how many times have you been somewhere? Good morning, Miss Jennifer. And your heart speeds up. You get a little feeling in your tushy where you're just like, oh, this is it. And then nothing happens. Or how many times have you, sorry, major distraction there for a second. I looked down and started looking at comments. Anyway, how many times have you been in a situation where you are so in the moment that nothing else registers? Or maybe, just maybe, you're on the lookout for your significant other. And once again, your heart starts racing. And you start connecting with this person in front of you. And you just know that they are going to be there for the rest of your life. Yeah? Or maybe it's a totally different scenario. But anyway, today I want to talk about why awareness is the key to everything. Yes, everything. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Every single day, we have to be in the moment. So me in the moment right now is me talking to this phone, talking to you on the other end because of the greatness of technology. I can talk to somebody on the other side of the world because of this little piece of equipment in front of me. That's awareness. Awareness of what is helping me get my message out. That's awareness in that sense. In another, it's knowing that when I feel that excitement because I'm live, I can analyze that feeling of what excites me. What is it about live that excites me and gets my blood flowing, makes me want to share things, gets me out of my comfort zone? What is that? Again, that's awareness. Now, sadly, a lot of people numb that awareness. They know that something needs to change. They know that they're not in a good situation, or they know they're in the best situation, or there's so many scenarios. But because we're aware of what's going around us, we can change it. Or we can continue the behavior, or whatever that situation is, or whatever's going on. I love my husband dearly, but yet I can be frustrated and disappointed and all kinds of other emotions. And sometimes when I'm not aware of that, I can lash out at him for something that's actually my fault because I'm not being aware. So, how do we deal with this? Because sometimes we know our finances are in a rut, yet we just go play our video game, or we watch a movie, or we do something else besides worry about that because we just don't want to deal with it. That's awareness being dumbed down and being just settled. That's an ordinary life. When we want to live a hero life, when we want to live an iridescent life, when we want to live a life full of contentment, love, certainty, understanding, all of those fun things, we have to be aware of everything and be able to dive deep and say, hey, this isn't working. What's the problem? What's the limiting belief? What's the thought behind it? And when we do that, when we're in that moment and we don't push it aside and we grow, whether it's in adversity or in peace, we can grow in peace just as long as we be aware. Now, last week, I talked about how we have to slow down to speed up. I wasn't feeling good last week. I still went live. But I did it in my comfy chair, in my PJs, kept it nice and short, listened to my body because I was aware that even though I felt a little better, I had to slow down. Not go full tilt like I normally would. Thank you to my husband for that one, for teaching me that I can still do a little something each day, but not to the point where I wear myself out and relapse. That's awesome. Took me many years to learn that. I still sometimes want to learn it because we want to run before we walk, because we fall into that busy category of like, if I'm not busy doing something to move the needle forward, blah, 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 then I'm a failure. No, we're not. We are aware of what we need. And when we take care of ourselves, it's just like if you're in a plane and you get turbulence and those little things fall down, you always put yours on first before you can help somebody else. That's awareness in its truest form. When we run around trying to put out those fires without taking care of ourselves, and frankly, I'm sorry, women, moms especially, we do that a lot. And when we go down hard because we don't listen to our bodies. We don't take that time for self-care. So this week, take those 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you can get, and schedule them on your calendar. And even moms with small babies can do this. There's always been that rule. Baby sleeps, mama sleeps. Even though there's a ton of stuff to go on. We do that because we want to be aware of what we need almost before we do it to somebody else. Because here's the thing. If we're not aware of what we need, what we want, what our dreams are, we can't go get them. And if we don't have the awareness to be able to get rid of the toxic people, the toxic behaviors, beliefs, and thoughts, we can't succeed. Okay, we have to be aware. Awareness is the key to everything in our lives, because we can choose to ignore our awareness to our detriment. So today, be aware, even in small moments. Take that time today when you're aware that something needs to change, or you're aware that you're upset about something. Is it the situation? Is it you? Is it the other person? What is it about that situation? Think about those things. And plan. Is it something that I need to slow down, dive a little deeper into this? Or is it something that you've already figured out in that moment and you've already made the decision that you need to move on and you need to do something else? Or maybe you need to continue on the path that you already are because you know it's clicking. Okay? Do that today. And for those of you that have made it all the way through this, awesome. Thank you so much. If you see the little live button, yay! You just caught me live. If you don't see that little button up in that corner, then heaven forbid, type in replay for me. Let me know that you actually watched this. If you have any questions or topics or ideas for another live that you want me to touch on, throw them in the comments below. I love doing these lives, but sometimes I gotta admit, I do have a hard time coming up with a topic for the day because I'm not sure what you need. I know what I need, but I don't know what you need. So throw something in the comments below so I can have something to talk about that suits you. So I can serve you and help you claim your iridescence. I'll see you guys next week.